Hello, my name is Carol Eagles. I'm the CEO of Citizens Advice West Suffolk. So at Citizens Advice, we offer free, independent, impartial and confidential advice and information on a wide range of subjects, including welfare benefits, money advice, housing, employment, and utilities and consumer.
I'm Robin. I run the supported advice team here at Citizens Advice West Suffolk. We basically provide a service that helps people with serious mental illnesses or poor mental health and support them through benefits, debt and housing advice. We take a lot of referrals from sort of like the primary care network and secondary mental health services like NSFT and Julian Support, as well as from a wide range of other charities in the community.
Of concern and worry out there with the cost of living crisis. People are worried about how they're going to manage to pay their utility bills and buy food, and there's that do you heat or eat, and that has generated a lot of concern. And we're seeing pensioners that have retired thinking that they can afford to live and are now finding that they can't and are dipping into their savings nest egg, which is causing concern amongst the residents. So everybody is affected by this cost of living crisis, whether you're on a low income, a middle income, or even those on a higher income, because they may well have more expenses, be larger families, larger houses, more expensive to heat. So the cost of living is affecting everybody.
But what we do firmly believe is that, debt, housing and benefits issues in particular, because they can have such a devastating impact on a household or an individual, that act as something that keeps people in the cycle of stress and deteriorating mental health, but also acts as a block or an impediment to them actually taking the time and effort to reach out for help and to actually recover. I strongly believe that by helping people with their debt, housing and benefits issues, that you're creating space for them to take the next positive step and focus on their recovery. We help people with debt relief orders, and we can go all the way to bankruptcy. We do a lot of work with people with benefits. It could be letting them know what they're entitled to, or filling in benefits forms, or going through the appeal process all the way through to tribunals. And housing, a lot of work with housing, with working with people who are homeless or people who are trying to access social or private accommodation, and helping with home link applications and appealing local authority decisions if that's necessary.
As we're trying to help people to maximise their income, reduce their outgoings, and then when necessary plug the gap if we can't get a balancing budget. So due to that, we've seen a big increase in applications for welfare benefits for people trying to increase their income, and a huge increase in our utilities.
So I think we've helped, in the last 3 years, I think we're approaching about 1,000 clients we've helped through the project. And during that time, we've sort of increased the income of the households of the clients we help by about £1.4 million. And we've also helped them to write off about £250,000 in debt. And then, as I said, in addition, there's the housing. So there's lots of people who we've helped with homelessness applications.
Okay, so my name's Chris. I've been with Citizens Advice now probably for about a bit over 2 years. Originally started as a volunteer, which I really enjoyed. And just recently I've moved into a paid role, which is looking after the local welfare assistance scheme. The LWAS scheme is a scheme that is run by the government. So the government have a fund that they pass on to local authorities for them to administer. And it's a scheme whereby we can make one-off payments to people who face financial hardship. So if we've got an individual, or for whatever reason, really struggling, things are quite difficult at the moment. We're finding lots of people calling us in financial hardship. And it's an opportunity for us to be able to, if they meet the criteria, for us to make a one-off payment to them just to help them through that crisis that they're facing at that particular time.
My name is Rodney King. I come from Sierra Leone. I've been in England a long time now. I've worked of different sorts of jobs. They are really good people, because since when I've been coming here, I never had any concern or issue because they work properly and they treat people properly.
And my advice to anybody that is struggling with debt or thinks they may be going to have issues with debt, to get help as soon as possible.
And they're looking after people in Berry and put them in the right direction. Yeah, that's good. It's an advice to keep doing the good job that they are already doing, and let them be here for more longer time so that we can be coming and get help from them.